What was your "it can't be that easy" moment in your life? Being my boyfriend's glory hole in college was all fun and games, till it wasn't. I was the stereotypical life of a party back in college. You couldn't find me without a drink in my hand and I would keep the party going on until morning. And that's why nobody was surprised when my boyfriend knocked me up. Things were rough after that, and not in the way I liked. When I entered the second trimester I was told to quit drinking, and just when I thought the bad news would end there, I started showing and could barely even go to parties. I even had to drop out once I gave birth to my baby boy. It was like I had already reached my peak. The only thing I had left was my boyfriend. We'd even moved in together, but that didn't stop our relationship from falling apart. I had nothing left to offer him. When I gave birth I gained weight and lost all my hair. Even my acne from high school came back. Not to mention, taking care of the baby was like a full-time job, so it was hard to maintain our relationship. We weren't talking as much because I was always exhausted and he was working. Sometimes we'd both be in the mood and I actually felt our spark come back, but then our baby would suddenly start crying. I literally hadn't been touched in 9 months and had never felt uglier. At some point, my boyfriend and I just silently agreed that we weren't going to get some anytime soon, and that's when I really let myself go. There was no need for me to keep up with my waxing appointments or wear nice clothes if my boyfriend wasn't going to touch me or call me beautiful. Besides, if he wanted it that badly, he wouldn't mind going to town with me even if I resembled Chewbacca. It was all fun and games until I caught sight of my naked, hairy body in the mirror after showering. Looking at my body almost brought me to tears, and that's when I had the biggest reality check of my life. This wasn't what I had pictured my life to be like. I wasn't partying anymore. My boyfriend and I would avoid kissing each other and our spark fizzled out. I didn't even know that was possible, since the only reason we were living this way was because we hit it raw for an entire night. I immediately threw out every mirror we had after that, since I never wanted to catch a glance at myself. I needed support now more than ever, but my boyfriend and I just kept drifting apart. The house just felt empty and cold, even with both of us there. The only reason I even left the house again was because one of my college friends invited me out, saying that we should reconnect. I was reluctant and I didn't want anyone to see me like this, but my boyfriend told me that getting out of the house might just be what I needed. It took a while for him to actually convince me, but I ended up going. To this day I thank my boyfriend that he pushed as hard as he did, or else I never would have found the light at the end of the tunnel. Though I didn't feel that way when I first saw my friend because she looked stunning. Her skin was flawless, she was skinny and her hair had so much volume. It made me so insecure that I wasn't even enjoying myself. It must have been obvious how much I was comparing myself because it didn't take long for her to ask me if everything was okay. After hearing that, I couldn't hold back anymore and let it all out. I confided in her about my pregnancy making me gain weight, my doomed relationship with my boyfriend, and how I was aging faster than my grandma. I asked her how she looked like she hadn't aged a day since I last saw her. There had to be something I didn't know. I was surprised when she told me that she's been using Elite pills since freshman year of college. She said they curbed her appetite so she was able to stay at a healthy weight, but if she somehow gained weight, the pills were able to shed the pounds right off. She recommended I buy the Elite pills to lose weight. I figured I had nothing to lose, so I bought it, and hoped that my relationship with my boyfriend and body would get back to normal. And that's when everything changed. I took the capsules regularly and my appetite decreased, and I began to lose weight. By the first week I had lost 3 pounds, and then 5 the next week. By the third month of using the Elite pills, I was 30 pounds lighter. Luckily the changes didn't stop there because my skin started to clear up. The adult acne was literally killing me, so I was happy that disaster had been taken care of. My hair also started looking thicker and shinier again, and that gave me the will to take care of myself again. I rescheduled my waxing appointments and established a hair care routine. My boyfriend noticed the changes and he started giving me compliments and kissing me. Whenever he kissed me, he tangled his fingers in my hair and pulled me in deeper. That little change caused our relationship to shift, for the better this time. We started going on runs together and it became a bonding experience for us. Since I had lost the weight really fast, my boyfriend asked me what my secret was. I thought it would be really cool if he tried the Elite pills too. So, I told him about it and he instantly saw results too. The best part was that we had so much energy to cook healthy meals, take our son to the park, and go on dates, which always ended with us in the sack. It was all I could ever ask for, and it felt like we were falling in love all over again. I'm glad I was able to turn things around, and honestly, I'm in the best shape of my life and have no worries about ever falling back into that spiral again. So, it might be time for my boyfriend to put another baby in me.